Right, so I think we're good to go, and I'm going to do a little bit of backgroundy, museo. Let's play some nonsense. Welcome to this, skip all that. Continue. Right. Information allows your app to show things on top of. Close all, try and do that music thing again. Skip. Continue. Right. Okay. So, that was punishing. Yeah, what have we got here? Okay, we've got the book over there. Yeah, get the book. But actually, it was this little discovery. So I was struggling in the last video that I did, and yeah, I've been awake since 6 a.m. and it's like 8 p.m. now. On a different day, just because I've been at work. So this is totally unrelated. I was playing a game with Slim, and I thought, you know what, I'll go and have a look at pygame.ce, which is, if I go back in the browser, it's this thing here, and it basically comes from here, which is a better version of Pygame. I'm going to call it a better version of Pygame. It's, I think, 75% of the core developers left because, I don't know, follow the story. It's in the previous blog, but basically it seems like the um, developer or maintainer of Pygame, of the original Pygame, was being nefarious. That's the polite term of that. He was basically being a wanker, and deleted like lots of people's projects and stuff like that. So this community edition has arisen. But anyway, like outside of that, like um, the old Pygame seemed to be legacy was just failing in doing something. So anyway, I got to this bit. I clicked on this Pygame CE. I went to the documentation, and straight away, kind of like up here, I found the piece that I was finally actually seeking, which is, and this is something that was really, really bothering me, um, which is in the original Sky Dodge game. There's just one piece here, and the method or attribute isn't exposed, and that really, really bothers me because I just feel like every piece of Python code you should be able to exactly be able to identify or type hints what a variable should be. So you should know what your variables are at all points in time. I know it's a dynamically typed language, but it shouldn't really prevent good practices. So anyway, this piece was really bothering me because event is not like we don't know what type event is. Um, so it is of type int, but the the editor can't determine what type it is because it hasn't got it's not like type hinted or whatever. Like it hasn't been given a type basically. I'm not even sure if it's of type any. It's just like it just hasn't been given a type. So the funny thing is the event is of type event, but like you don't know what, like it doesn't expose the key method. So and the piece that I was going on about was event dots, and when you do it, it exposes these two things, but key is not one of them. So anyway, I can bypass it by the looks of it, because in this example piece of code here, it does this instead, which is key.getPressed, pygame.key.getPressed. Now, I wonder if that's in the original one. There is a .get, but I don't know if there's a .getPressed. So, you know, I guess that's the key bit. But anyway, I wonder if there's a .getPressed actually in here. There's a .get up here, so that gets it. I think I could have always bypassed it, maybe, or at least, you know, in this new CE version, it certainly works. There's a .getPressed method. So I wonder if there's a .getPressed method in the old Pygame. So, you know, that could always be asked as a question. Let's just go back. In Pygame, is there a there we go. I wonder if ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, Gemini in this case, failed. Yes, the pygame.getPressed method belongs to Pygame, belongs to the pygame.key module, and is very useful for checking which keys are currently being held down. So that's interesting. That's interesting because it does have it here. So I could have always have done it. The GPT for like an hour or so, like, was refusing to offer that up. Like, so it's got the get, it's never thrown up the .get event. So interesting, very interesting. Anyway, I'm using the C version, so maybe I can just do this modification. Like, this looks like this when I run it anyway. Like F5 just to run it. It launches this little thing here. And basically, if I press the W key, whatever, it moves this red dot all around, so you can start moving the circle around. Woohoo! There we go. Anyway, I'm going to go to the sky dodge then in that case. And I wonder if it is just a case of, because this is process events. The if statement is here. If event.event.key down, let's have a look. So it's something like, let's see what I called it, by the way. I called it key press, by the way. So it's in the for loop of event.event. That's in the for loop. This one's outside of the for loop. So this is inside the while running loop. So I wonder if it can be handled like that. Keys equals pygame.key.getPressed. So it's going to be something like this. I copy that. Right. So I wonder if I can just transform this to that. Key press is that. And then if keys pygame.k_w. So something like that. Well, I don't want to have a W there, but it's going to then do the other position. So, but that's inside the while running loop. So the only difference is I'm just wondering, because this is inside the while running loop, and this isn't inside the while running, this is inside the for loop here. I wonder if it makes a difference or not. So we're in like line 192. I'm just going to look for the while running. While running. Right. So the process event is in here. So it's while running process events. Go to def, go back. I think that this might not have to be in, because this is just getting events. So I think I can just do this and then do basically something like this. Oops, Control Z. Key press. Dot K underscore down. There we go. So if you've got the key down, then we can have the tab. I should have made a new version. I haven't. But I think I could comment all of this out. So I've got a key down, and then I can just maybe replicate all of them. So / that. So return, and then it's going to do the key up. Return. So we've got the -1. So we've got the key down, we've got the key up. So key down, you've got +1. Key up, you've got -1. Right, and then we've got the key left, which is the -1 for the X speed. And then you've got the key right, nice with the IntelliSense. Excellent piece of IntelliSensing. There we go. So I think this is really nice now. I think with the help of the Copilot knowing everything, and with the documentation, and with the example, that we finally managed to get to the piece that we want to, and I'm going to hit the F5 button to attempt to run everything. Let's see what happens. Wait, it is working. So excellente. So we've come to the end, which means that this pattern, which is an old pattern from all the legacy stuff, I'm going to get rid of it. We now know exactly what type this thing is. It's of type scan code wrapper. There we go. So that's the type. And that's it. We've got a fully type hinted thing with the key press. which is key press. I wonder if it's got a dot. Yeah, so key press now is, I guess it's some sort of dictionary actually. So key pressed, it returns this Scando wrapper. Right. I just wonder what that is. It returns. So I'm just going to ask in here, what is scan code wrapper? What is question mark? There we go. Boom! We asked the question. And scan code wrapper is a data type returned by the pygame.keyPress function. It's a specialized object that acts like a sequence of Boolean values. Okay. Each position in the sequence corresponds to a specific key on the keyboard. The value. Okay. It's interesting. It's a specialized object. It's like a weird object. I don't like weird objects. It's just unnecessary. But anyway, at least for Pygame, it's unnecessary. But anyway, we've got something that that kind of like exists. I guess I could just like go to definition here. It's got the triple dots and all of that, so it's just kind of like definitions. Key API, get press, get just pressed, get just released. That's interesting. Maybe this is pressed and held, or is this just the press down and the just released up? But anyway, that's good. We've got to the final example, so I think I'm going to sign out of this, and we'll be continuing the Pygame tomorrow. The end.